Well, good morning again. It's actually a couple of hours later. We now have 2025.26.7.10 with FSD Supervised version 13.2.9 down under installed in the car. It took about 40 minutes for the download plus installation plus rebooting the car, and then took another couple of hours before I finished breakfast, showered, dressed and did a few chores around the house. And now it's time to go and have a little drive, give it a try out. I'll try a couple of short familiarisation drives just in the local area before I do anything serious. We'll see how we go. First of all, I have to open the garage door. Put on the seatbelt, of course. Get rid of the release nuts. Nice sunny day here in Sydney today. Close the garage door. Now let me see, I think we might just do a very short drive first of all, just to get the feel of it. Where will we go? Let's go into this parking area at the netball courts, see how that goes. We've calculated the route. Hang on, before we do that we'll have to go into settings. Here we go. Let's have a look. Autopilot. Oh, it's already set for full self-driving. Start full self-driving from parked. Yes. Then enabled. A button will appear on that once the driver is buckled and drive requirements are met. When the button is pressed, FSD Supervised will engage once the brake pedal is pressed and released. Enabling this feature does not make your vehicle autonomous, and you must remain attentive and be ready to take over at any time. Only a licensed driver authorised to operate the vehicle should be allowed access to the driver's seat position at any time the vehicle is not in theatre or arcade modes. Do you want to enable Start FSD Supervised from Park? Yes, please. Brake confirm. We'll use that for the time being. Maximum speed offset. FSD Supervised can contextually drive above the speed limit or the predicted road speed to match the flow of traffic. This specifies the maximum speed is allowed to drive as a percentage offset applied to the speed limit on the road of the predicted road speed. Okay, so let's do 5%. That'll be enough. Expanded full self-driving visualization. Now this, from what I understand, if you turn this on, it will enable this visualization to take the full screen. My interest in doing hire car and rideshare driving is I want to know I'm just as interested in the navigation as I am in the full self-driving, and the visualization itself for me doesn't I'm not that interested in what's on the screen because I'm not going to be watching it, but I am interested in how the route the car intends to take, and I want to be able to vary that, nominate different routes or whatever. So I'll leave that full self-driving, expanded full self-driving visualization I turned off. Speed limit warning is still on display. Speed limit is still relative, offset 5%. All these things are still the same. And I think, was there something else under safety or software? Was there something under software? I saw one of the YouTube videos there was something else that needed to be set somewhere. No, can't find it. Anyway, turn that off. Alright, let's go to the netball courts and see how it goes. What are we going to netball court for? No, I don't really want to go down there. cancel that. I want to go to the netball courts. Now one thing I've got to be a bit careful of here is that the entrance to this driveway off the end of that street in here, there's quite a big dip in the road, so I just wonder how FSD will handle that, if it'll go slowly across those. Alright, let's have a look. How do we get this thing started? Do I tap once there? Oh, we're underway. I thought I had the brake thing turned on. Brake confirmation turned on, but not. And we're off. So far so good. Oh, no cars coming the other way. Occasionally get cars parked on this street, on both sides of this street. What's the time? It's 9:19 AM on a Thursday morning here in northwest Sydney. We're just after the peak hour, so there shouldn't be a lot of traffic around. No cars on the right. There's a 60 kilometre zone here, but there is a school zone ahead which is still active. So just see what it does there. I may need to intervene here. One thing about dropping speed limits is they need to be down to the reduced speed before, by the time you get to the sign. I'll have to intervene here because that's totally ignoring the speed limit. I'll just press the voice button. Totally ignored the school zone. Now let's go back to facing a red light. We get the green arrow before the other cars. Actually, they were both going red on the other side, so we're all going to go at the same time. Here we go. Now we're going to turn left up here, so we should stay in the left lane. If I was going to go ahead, I would be in the right lane now. It certainly doesn't appear to be in chill mode. It's gone straight up to the speed limit. A little bit wobbly going around that bend there. Indicator came on with good distance before the turn. Down here we've got this large dip. Are we going to slow down enough? You've got to go across this dip really slowly. You'll see quite a few scrapes there. So I'm going to have to do this myself because that's a very big dip there. A couple of ducks on the left. We're back in. Tiny speed bump into the car park. Now, what will we do when we get to the car park? Will we try and park, or will we just stop? It's not showing me any parking spots. It's still doing 11-12 kilometres an hour. Normally you've got to get down to about 8 kilometres an hour before it will start to show parking spots. That was it, we've arrived. Okay, let's try something else. We'll do this one by voice. A little bit more adventurous the second trip. Navigate to Parramatta Station. Parramatta Railway, that's the one we want. Now let me just edit that trip because this... Oh no, it's put in. Here we go. Decided where to go. Equally, the dip going out is also quite vicious, so I might have to override here. I'm very wary of concrete. This car, I've curbed the left rear wheel twice in 3 years. No, too fast. Okay, we're off. Which route are we going to take? They did over there in the launch event, which was 3 weeks ago. The Tesla apparently did warn the people who were doing the testing, the driving the demos, that tends to indicate a bit late, but so far it hasn't been too late for me. And let me see, we're going via, we'll go straight down North Rocks Road. That'll be less adventurous. Another time I might try going down Bettington Road. It's got a few roundabouts, etc. That's interesting. I was wondering how it would cross these this lane line here. This particular lane line here is much shorter and wider than the other lane lines that are at the normal lane lines. I've been using enhanced autopilot for years, and I've never got it to cross a motorway entrance or exit because the lane lines are more blocky, they're shorter and wider. It would only ever cross this sort of normal lane lines. Still didn't recognise that school zone there. Doesn't feel like it's in any chill mode. It goes pretty well up to a good speed for this road. The speed limit is 60, but a good speed here is about 55, which is about what we're doing. Another school zone. What will it do? It needs to slow down before it gets to the sign. No, sorry. School zone. It's been a big problem with the Tesla navigation here. It's either missing school zones entirely, or it's got the start and end in the wrong place, or that's got the wrong time of day or something. There's been a significant problem with school zones in Tesla's navigation, and has been for years. I'll just turn off the satellite view here because it actually shows better on the video if without the satellite view. Now, where are we going? We're going to, that's right, we will end up in Fitzwilliam Street, right next to the station, which is exactly where I want to go. Sometimes these, if you put in a destination, it will sometimes take you to the street that's closest to the sort of geographical location of the building or business or whatever, which turns out to be not the right street. If you watched my previous before FSD videos, there was one occasion where I picked up a young lady from a school at Waverley in the eastern suburbs, location in the map, but in fact the main entrance to the school needed to do a right turn and go a couple hundred metres down that street, which is where the young lady was waiting. Right turn. Most people there would have gone over this solid white line and overtaken that car on the left, which you're legally allowed to do, but that car didn't wait for very long, so I believe this AI has been trained by watching a whole lot of Australian drivers. So what we're seeing here is the average Australian driver, I think. Interesting. I have to say I'm a bit more relaxed now than I was 5 minutes ago. So. Of concrete here. I'm very wary of concrete, as I said before. Around the parked car, please, thank you, and then into the left lane. Do it now before the guy behind me does. No, I'll have to suggest a lane change here. Come on, change lanes. Yeah, we're going to do a left turn here, but we're not indicating left. That car didn't respond very quickly at all to my left indicator. Let's just have a look at settings. I don't think there was anything in there about dual standard, etc. No, nothing there. So we don't have that option yet. Let's have some air conditioning. I turned it off when I was making the first part of this video. No indicator. Come on, you've got to do this. Now go into the second lane, please. Thank you. Almost no one puts their blinker on here because the road goes around to the right. But strictly it is turning into another street. That's the old Parramatta Jail directly in front of us there. I believe they do some ghost tours there some nights. The tram tracks. choice is important here. This is a bit of local knowledge which the car won't have, and I'm sure it doesn't have any sort of, or very little in the way of lane mapping, only possible at some major intersections. But in this case you need to not be in the left lane, because that goes to the left up a little way, but we do need to be in this second lane, which becomes the left lane further up. Now, here we go. Keep to the left, please. Keep to the left, thank you. Good. We don't need a blinker yet. We're not there yet. If we put the blinker on now, people will think we're trying to change lanes and turn left here, which is not what we want to do. We want to go straight ahead. Stop that, please. Stop that. Fortunately there's no one behind me, so I'm not confusing anyone. Now we put the blinker on. That's better. No, they've turned it off. Come on. Watch the concrete. Oh, geez, that was a bit close to that concrete on the left there. Now, I wonder if the car understands these arrows on the road here. We're in the correct lane, but I wonder if that was planned or not. There's a couple of good sized speed bumps just up ahead. I hope the car slows down to about 20 kilometres an hour, even though the advisory speed sign there says 25. That really these need to be taken more like 15, like that. Now's a good time to get over in the left lane. I think we might be taking these at low speed because the car in front is. Now we've got the blinker on, moving into the left lane. Good. Car slowed down to 21 for that one. Close to that concrete curb there for my liking. On that corner I like to go in deep and do a hard turn. Okay, we have light to green, pedestrians have gone. Go a bit faster now. Come on, go faster. Faster, faster, faster. Come on. Two pedestrian crossings close together here. Maybe because it's slowing down. Let's just pull in here. So if I was doing an Uber job, I would take over at the last moment there and just pull in here and let the passenger out. Okay, let's try another little trip. Drive to Bunnings at Rydalmere. Found it, good. Is it going to start, or do I need to give it a bunch? Ding ding, yep, we're off. Here we go. Ooh, a bit close to that van. It's come close to a few things there, but hasn't actually hit anything, so maybe I just drive a bit more cautiously. The one thing I have noticed in the last 20 odd minutes that we've been driving is that the speed control is not entirely smooth. It's when it's travelling at what it should be just a steady speed, there's sort of micro accelerations and decelerations. I can just feel them sort of going a little bit faster, a little bit slower, a little bit faster, a little bit slower. It's not entirely as smooth as I thought it would be. Now I think these pedestrians get their green light before we go. Yep, they do. I would normally prefer the left lane here because I know there's a right turn coming up, which we often have a couple of cars queued for. Let's see what he does. There's no car beside me. Oh, there's no queue today, so we're okay. Coming up here, this is a bit of an interesting area here. We've got to keep left, go to the left. We've got to stay in the second lane from the left so that we can turn right here. We'll have to see. I might have to intervene if there are other cars around me. And this, once we get up to Bunnings, it's all quite straightforward there. What will it do here? Plenty of space, that's good. Now at this point I would stay in the left lane because we've got a left turn coming up in 400 metres. over. I don't want to get caught behind that car, beside that car. I'm going to get it to change lanes here. I can see us being up beside this Toyota in front of us when we need to turn left. So I just asked the car to change lanes and we're in behind it. And this second lane from the left is the lane we want. Need a blinker now, please. And stay in this lane. In front, I wonder if he's using FSD. I wonder if we'll start seeing other Teslas driving around. We used to do this when they first started. They used to do this sort of Tesla wave to each other. I wonder if we'll do this sort of wave now. Come on, turn left here. Into this lane. I know it's a bus lane, but you're allowed there. Right, where is he going to take us? Down the end and a left turn at the end. We'll see how we go. That's good, we'll clear of that concrete. He's going to take me to the garden centre end. Now, will it try to park or what? Let's have a look. Let's see what Wesley does. By the way, my car's name is Wesley. I named him after our grandson. Are we just going to stop or are we going to park? Hello, Mr. Tesla. No, watch out for that concrete. No. Oh, are we parking there? Oh, okay. Oh, you can't park there. So that's no parking there. Well, that answers that question. It did try to park. But it did try to park in a place where it's not allowed to park. And I think I've seen videos of, let's go for that one. Start. I have seen videos of Teslas trying to park in spots where you need a mobility parking permit. This is one thing it doesn't actually do very well in my experience. got in there, but it had to do a couple of goes at it. I'll just give you an example of the sort of thing that I do when I'm doing reverse parking. And I'll drive along here close to the parking space on the left. If I want this one here, I'll drive to the point where the mirror is level with what will be the left side of the park, and then I'll do a sharp turn to the right away from the parking area, then reverse, and then reverse in, and probably didn't go far enough forward. I could try that again. But anyway, the auto park feature tends to do, in the videos I've seen, it tends to have a couple of goes at getting in straight. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to go offline for a minute or two, get myself a little snack, and then we'll try one more trip home, I think. Might do that. Catch you soon. And welcome back. We're still in the Bunnings car park. I've just had a little break and had a little snack, and we'll go and try another destination. Again in my local area, so I'm familiar with the roads. Drive to Carlingford Court. Now this will be an interesting drive because it goes up through some sort of windy streets here with chicanes and a roundabout, etc. Gets up onto this main road here, and then interesting thing about Tesla navigation, it takes me right around the block to get to where I want to go. There's actually an entrance just here. We could simply turn in here left, but in fact it's taking me around the loop here because it wants to get back into what it thinks is the location of Carlingford Court Shopping Centre is down here. It doesn't understand that it can come in this entrance here. So there's going to be things about Tesla navigation that I'm going to have to override in some way, either by putting in a separate destination or an interim destination, or by just turning off FSD and driving myself. Not so much when I'm just driving myself or with friends or family, but when I'm driving a hire car and rideshare, the passengers expect a particular route or something. They expect me to go straight into the shopping centre and not sort of take a big trip around the block. But because we're just trialling it today, we'll give it let it do its thing and see how it handles it and where it takes us. And there's a quicker way to get out than this, but anyway, let's have a go. There's a pedestrian here, we'll try not to run him over. It was interesting, I thought the car would let the pedestrian get out of the way first. Oh goodness, why are we going this way? Either turned left out of the parking area, out of the parking spot, or it would have actually been better to turn right out of the parking spot and then turn left. If we go up this far, we're going to have to go back down towards the store. Oh no, there's an extra exit. Oh, that's funny. Oh, hang on, what's this? Is it going to do another right turn here? You can't turn right there. Oh, that's strange, FSD is not following the map. So far it does seem to be indicating in good time. It's not indicating late. sorry, when it does indicate correctly, it's not indicating late, as they were warned when they did the launch event 3 weeks ago. I'm going to try my sunglasses here because the sun's getting rather bright outside. Hope these sunglasses are not too dark for the cabin camera to see through. We'll see if I get nagged. There's a truck across the road that's partly behind a construction fence, and the size of the truck is varying. It's not on the roadway, it's in a construction site, but it's the back half of the truck is hidden behind a construction fence. That red arrow directly ahead is partially obscured because the light's turned a little bit. I wonder if the car will recognise it. Oh yes, it did. Good. It's going straight up to the speed limit without any hesitation. I don't think we're locked into chill mode. Now the bus, it is giving me a steering wheel nag, so you can go into the bus lane. There's not a bus lane after 10 AM, but you can actually go into the bus lane. If you're making a turn, most of the bus lanes, there are some circumstances, some intersections where you're not allowed to go into the bus lane, and you have to make a left turn from the second lane. It's definitely not going slow, it's always right up to the speed limit. Thing I think I've noticed here is that while enhanced autopilot, it always seemed to me to be only seeing maybe 20, possibly 30 metres ahead and reacting only at the very last moment. For example, if there were cars stopped at a red light, it would rush up behind them and then jam on the brakes. FSD seems to be looking somewhat further ahead and starts to decelerate much earlier. This is a right turn and immediate left. Not a difficult turn at all, but it's certainly showing correctly on the map. So. Well, I'm not entirely sure of visualization. This suggests here that it's only intermittently seeing that far right traffic light, but I'm wondering if this so-called visualization on the screen here is actually showing us less than what FSD can actually see and understand and act upon. Now, good. Now, there is was a bridge crossing up here. It was very narrow lane and very high concrete on both sides, so I am going to be very close to the steering wheel here. That's a vicious centre curve there. God. What did I put in? I put 5% in, so at 50 km/h speed zone we could go up to 52.5 km/h, and I just back there a little way, so we'll go up to 52. Now it's at 52 again. A couple of little chicanes here, one's around the corner. I hate concrete. I hate concrete. I hate concrete. That was okay. There's another one around the bend here. I hate concrete. I hate concrete. I hate concrete. Ah, good on you. That's good. Well done. Car's only nagged me once so far with these sunglasses on, so maybe there's a Mr. FSD can see my eyes through these sunglasses. I did get these sunglasses specially made as sort of a relatively light tint, but also I particularly asked for no polarisation. Do this from the left lane, please. No, I'm going to intervene here, so I really want you to use the left lane. Thank you. Turn it off. Try again. I really want to use the left lane here because we're going to turn right pretty soon, and there's often traffic beside you. So this is one of those cases where I am going to intervene. Occasionally I can see me doing this sort of prompting the car to use particular lanes quite often. As I said, notably when I've got passengers in the hire car or rideshare passengers in the car. As you can see, I did not want to be, come on now, this lane, come on. Go. Ah, sorry, my mistake. What am I doing? We're not going home, are we? We're going to Carlingford Court. My apologies to the car. Just don't go straight ahead here. My mistake there. I thought we were going home, but good. Well, that's with the navigation showing going straight, but the blinkers on and we're going left. Have we got we're underway? Yes, we're underway. Anyway, we can get there. We don't need to go all that way down to North Rocks Road. See if I can get it to go right here, because that'll be an interesting test of this. There's an intersection at the top of this hill up to the right. If we turn right here, there's an intersection up here where it is is it's very difficult in peak hour as you get it started turning a bit too soon there. Well, sooner than I would have. Now at the top of this hill it's a very difficult right turn in peak hour, but it's now 10:18 AM, so it should be okay. No, I don't want to go there. No. Go straight ahead. No. Go straight ahead. I want to do this one. No, I don't. I do not want to go there. Where is it going to go down there? It's going to come. No. I do not like Tesla navigation. Sorry. Righto. We're back on Penn Hills Road. Let's see where FSD will take us. That's interesting. What I would be doing here is going around here and turning in there, but navigation wants us to go right around the block so that we can come into that road, the road that's in the shopping centre just over there. We'll let it go around just for the sake of trying FSD. I am trusting FSD itself, the actual driving, far more than I'm trusting Tesla navigation. The map data has a lot of errors in it that I've experienced in the last 3 years of driving Teslas, and the routing algorithms are not the best. The routing algorithms in Tesla's navigation often do not come up with the best route. Sometimes it's quite a roundabout route. I mean, we should be turning left here, but instead we're going to go way up here around the block, come back in the other side of the shopping centre and end up in exactly the same place. So, full marks for FSD, very low score for navigation. Some people have said that Tesla uses Google Maps, and that's not true. While it does use some Google Maps map data, from my experience it's not the same map data that is used in Google Maps app. And the routing algorithms certainly aren't Google Maps routing algorithms. Hopping over the brake. Oh, a couple of big semis. Don't go. No, don't go yet. Coming up. Go after the black car, thank you. That's better. That's one intersection where you do need to be quite conservative. So it's fellow there who just came out of the car park thought that I was going to turn left there, so of course we still had the left blinker on. I should have turned off the left blinker as soon as we got off the main road and then put the right blinker on. Oh, just going to be a bit close to that concrete on the left. Stop in the middle of the road, will you? So, what are you going to do? If you... BYD behind me wondering what I'm up to. Don't run over the little fur baby. Well, there's a new Model Y there. Don't hit it. God. I think black shows the dirt too much, doesn't it? So what do we think's happening here? We think we're looking for a parking spot. I wonder how many times we'll go around. Tesla. I've got a car behind me and he's going to get annoyed. So let's go home and edit some videos. Take me home. Some people have noticed doing FSD videos like to have the full visualization like that. But I'm as interested in the navigation as I am in what FSD is doing. Okay, let's see what it does when we get home. Is it going to park or is it going to go into the driveway? Boom, has it stopped? Yes. That's interesting. FSD was still running but not going anywhere. Pressing the brake. Right, let's just go back and park the car. I will put the car in the garage because the gum trees here are dropping rubbish. I don't like parking the car outside in the open. Tight little garage here. And I've got a bit of red tape on the ground on the floor here. When the tape just disappears, that's when I stop. Into park. Close the door. Oh, there we go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. As they say, please like and subscribe. And now I'm going inside for a cup of tea and to edit a video.